All right, guys. We got another beautiful recommended video from you guys in the Discord. How do you get access? What? You just become a YouTube member for $2 a month. And link it to your Discord. No big deal. All right, it's called The Pretend Kidnapping Saga on TikTok by Leon Lush. We saw him make a video a while ago. It's a pretty entertaining guy. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get started in a second, but somebody just donated an egregious amount of money, so I'm gonna wait for that to come through.
608 super chatted $40 based.
I appreciate it, but you don't have to give me so much money, brother. I really do appreciate it. It's pretty dope. All right, let's get it going.
Today's video explores the story of a helpless child named Timmy that had been missing for 2 whole weeks, only to be found lost and afraid on a beach by famous TikToker 2Tony, who then took him to a movie.
Dude, that's a mouthful.
For some reason, and reunited him with his family.
Okay.
But it doesn't stop there. You see, that happened in July of last year, and since then it's been a roller coaster.
Did he take him to the movie before reuniting with his family? Because that's a little suspicious. That reminds me of like in Game of Thrones when Tyrion saved the girl from getting like, you know, it's a little too early in the video to be saying sussy stuff. And afterwards, she slept with him, and it's like obviously a girl who just went through that kind of traumatic experience isn't going to want to sleep with anybody, you know. So,
Poster ride of little Timmy reunions, questions about his parents' ability to properly care for him, stunts from Tony, like impersonating Timmy's father in order to get him out of school, and most recently, a legal battle as Tony attempts to adopt little Timmy from his mysterious and assumed negligent biological parents.
What? This is crazy. Is it like an obvious fake thing? What's this guy's channel's name?
Okay, I'm done being dramatic. There is an almost 100% chance this is an ongoing scripted bit.
Or is that just a joke?
I've gotten multiple emails and messages from people that think it's real. And when you read the comments on the videos, it's clear a lot of his audience does too. So
it's probably clearly a bit from what it's sounding like, but people are believing it. So he's like making a video about it. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm going to treat it as such because somehow in 2023, we still haven't learned that everything you see on the internet is fake, especially if the person putting it out is incentivized by views and money. Much like this video right now. I'm not the real Leon Lush.
I'm the deepfake AI version that he tortures and keeps trapped in this office.
See, I told you guys. Okay, the AI is real, and I didn't say those bad things back in 2010 or 11.
Please help.
Or 12.
So join me as we start at the beginning of this story in July of last year.
We forgot our beer bong, but this nice little boy let us use his toy.
Oh, sweet of him.
Yeah, kiss me. Kiss you? Dude, beautiful.
He was a very kind and curious boy.
The child's toy beer bong. That is an elegant touch. You can see Timmy looking on in wondrous amazement in the background there. The child.
Beautiful.
This is actually
elegant
funny.
touch. You can see Timmy looking on in wondrous amazement in the background.
He even poured me a bush latte. And then we took him to see where the crawdancing.
Listen, if you ever meet a cool kid that's on the beach by himself, just scoop him up and take him to a movie.
How do people believe that this is real, bro? Like, just by seeing that video, I'm convinced that it's fucking 100% real.
After a couple of sand toy funnels. It's not rocket science.
Turns out his parents have been looking for him for over 2 weeks.
I'm sorry, 2 weeks? You said he was missing for 2 weeks? On the beach? Was he just living on the beach? Apparently. Eating seaweed and turtles? What are we talking about here? This is a lot of information to process from a 30-second video. Now, when this video dropped, Tony's viewers had many questions they wanted answers to, understandably. And of course, this video crushed in the algorithm. So 7 months later, the missing kid lore continues, just like we'll continue
7
after
months.
This word from the real Leon Lush about our video sponsor. I have certain routines that help keep me sane. For instance, when it's time for a break from working in this office, I grab my Raycon wireless earbuds, I go outside and listen to classical music while I take in some crisp New England air and sunlight.
All right, cool. I have fake ones that were cheaper. They work just fine. But I also, my ears are just completely destroyed from blasting music into my fucking ears for so many years. So I really just am fucked.
Raycon.com/LeonLush to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. I appreciate you. Before we continue, a quick background on Tony. With almost 20 million TikTok followers, he is this generation's Bam Margera, almost to a T, just maybe a little.
That's a little sad because Bam is like he's like a drug addict. And he struggles with that addiction, and then you got dumb fucks online pushing the conspiracy theory that all his friends are just using him for money or some dumb shit, and they don't actually care about him, and that those individuals are promoting a conspiracy theory that's actively going to make Bam Margera spiral out of control once again, and end up getting hurt because you're a dumb, immature child, and you think that you're right about everything by pushing these dumb fucking conspiracy theories. Like, literally grow up. It's the most obnoxious, childish thing. It's not this guy, obviously, but yeah.
little bit more unlikable. Tony is your quintessential, always shirtless, raucous prankster and rebel that knows no limits when it comes to entertaining. As well as quirky father that's in on it, often plays the sidekick role. His mother is, or acts, perpetually traumatized as if she's some sort of hostage in their dysfunctional online family that she wished would just behave once in a while.
What was that?
That was good.
What is going on?
Sorry, Mom. Well-behaved boys don't print that easy internet money, you feel me? His anonymous girlfriend that goes by the pseudonym Ski Mask Girl is featured heavily in his videos as well, where she sports various ski masks, often accompanied by just a bikini and a whole lot of ass cheeks, which perfectly rounds out this tried and true content model that has seen him find massive success these last several years and likely landed on your For You page more than once. Oh, and apparently he also has an OnlyFans where he charges upwards of $100 for a picture of him doing a dick print wearing boxers or something.
Hey, listen, get your bag, brother. You know, I'll show you my bag for a bag. Maybe. He's not an alcoholic. He can just stop whenever he wants. True. You're very right. Very true.
Listen, I didn't do the research myself. 2 young men I found on YouTube were kind enough to do it for me.
I look at his dick. I don't care.
$130 I just paid for a
How young? Just kidding.
A boxer dick print as printed as that $9 one on his wall. Yeah.
So now that we have a little context about Tony and the gang, let's get back into this missing.
I mean, like, who cares if he does OnlyFans? That's my question. You know, girls do it, guys do it. Hey, you know, catch your bag, baby. That's all I'm saying, man. You guys can do it too. I know I'd make a killing. I know a lot of gay guys who would be into this. Okay, I know you. I know. We know. We both know.
Child storyline that keeps his audience begging for more. This was just a few weeks after the first video with little Timmy in July of last year still.
All right, so most of y'all remember that dope little lost kid we met on the beach who let us use his toy as a drinking apparatus.
There you go.
And then we took him to see the movie where the crawdads sing, but eventually the cops came and informed us that he'd been missing for over 2 weeks.
I want to go. I want to go.
And they returned him to his family.
He's obviously a horrible actor, by the way.
His credit, this part looks pretty authentic. I don't know if it's unrelated or if they hired cops or maybe they have cop friends they got in on the bit.
Well, they are white.
Here, but, yeah, that looks like the only, like they never show his parents, little Timmy's, as you'll see coming up. I don't know if that's supposed to be his mom or something, but.
Today, I was invited to visit.
Hi, Tony.
Hey! I introduced him to baby girl. They hated each other. I gave him some tutu.
Oh, that's the duck guy. It's the duck guy from TikTok. I know the duck guy. Duck guy. TikTok, right? Is that who we're talking about? Oh, wow. What a world. This guy? Yeah, I mean, he should sell porn. Holy fuck. This is the guy with the duck? He's always got that duck. He's got a duck. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Merch. And of course, matching posters for our favorite movie. Then we just had a good time and beer.
Or is it not the duck guy? I don't fucking know. I don't care. The music's gonna get team safer.
Beer bong and Capri Suns, hanging out with Tony's pet duck. Life is good for little Timmy. And just 1 month later, he makes another cameo and we continue the story.
Did you take that little kid you found to the fans' wedding?
Oh, it is him.
I did.
So most of y'all remember that cool little lost kid we found on the beach. Found out he'd been missing for 2 weeks. Cops came, took him home.
Gives us a slightly
So I
modified
called his
version of the intro
parents,
every time.
with a little persuading, they let me take him to the fans' wedding. Hop in, baby.
So he's insinuating that he called Timmy's parents and bribed them with $1,000 to let him take him to a wedding. Okay, I mean that's sure. I guess that's believable.
To get candy.
This is weird. It's just a bizarre. Like why is he? He has to know this kid. This has to be like his fucking. This has to be like his nephew or something. There's a whole recap here. Moments with little Timmy that altered my brain chemistry. Finding him on the beach, taking him home. Cops showing up, informing us that he'd been missing for 2 weeks. Being terrified of my duck. Teaching him how to chug Capri Sun. Okay. Almost petting my duck. Almost lost in Chinatown. Or Chi-Town. Being ready for the pickup. His first 2-turned merch. That hat's too big for him. Teaching him how to write on cheeks. What? Like booty cheeks? Okay. Shoving the Christmas store. What? Who is this person? My wife's reading a movie over a book called With the Crawdads Sing, I think. Okay. Like is this kid like dying of cancer or something? And like, is this his last wish? I'm very confused.
Brought you some merch. And after a 4-hour drive, we made it. And we had a good ass time.
Oh, damn.
Watch it, you little fucker.
Although he refused to eat unless it was McDonald's. And he did not like to share.
Sounds like my son.
I say, bro, sounds like me.
He was spitting mad game with these twins all night.
Damn,
he made sandcastles
dude.
with the bride herself. It was a magical night. Until the cops showed up. Apparently there was a little miscommunication between me and his parentals.
It's just like the angle the cops just keep showing up. Like,
so we had to get the fuck out of there. Spent the rest of the night hiding out and making sandcastles on the beach.
Okay. So by this point, little Timmy's become a bit of a celebrity cameo every time he pops up in Tony's videos.
Okay.
But it's been a few times now, and the audience loves it. The views are good. So let's turn up the heat a little bit and see where we can take this thing. He gives us a little taste here and includes this screenshot insinuating that Timmy's parents called the police because they weren't aware the $1,000 bribe he gave him the right to bring him all the way to Chicago, 4 hours away. But a week later, we turned it up a little bit more.
You should take that little kid you found on a vacation. All right.
So today I paid his parents $500 to let me hang out with him.
Again.
Okay. What's up, buddy?
Why did he bring toys?
That's not very nice, poo-poo boy.
You stinky little.
You boys
What the fuck? Did he call him a bad word? What the fuck?
ready?
Trying to bite.
He still didn't get along with baby girl, but that's okay. He tried. He did also start crying because our driver looked like this. We told him we'd take him in.
Oh my God.
And you'll never guess what he said.
Like for part 2.
I don't know, man. So far, it's pretty clear this is all for content. You know what I mean? The fact that people believe this, I mean, they're just like silly and gullible, you know?
So that was Ski Mask Girl that we talked about earlier. There's plenty of videos of her on his channel, as I mentioned, just not as big a part of this storyline, and I don't want to include too many ass cheeks for monetization reasons. One interesting bit I loved was this shot where the duck is in the car seat, and this kid is clearly in a completely unsafe position in the seatbelt in the back seat. They don't actually show clips of them driving while he's like this, so well played by Tony intentionally baiting by doing that for anyone that has kids.
We told
I guess. Okay, maybe.
him we'd take him anywhere in the world, but he insisted on one place and one place only. And it was fucking Chicago again. And so we drove 4.5 hours to Chi-Town. We wandered the city. This little fucker off. Is your mom hot? Good answer. And we went bar hopping. Played some Jenga.
Imagine he said yes that his mom's hot. That would be a little bizarre.
He called me an alcoholic. But then we found these disturbing drawings he made in our hotel room, and we don't know what to do.
He's gonna kill your duck. Okay. I'm gonna talk to his parents about this one.
So nice little vacation. They go back to Chicago. This one, however, felt especially contrived, to me at least, with the, kill Gordy and kill duck drawings at the end. Cute little touch. But by this point, this storyline has its hooks in me. And I'm not going to lie, real or fake, I got to know what's going on with little Timmy. This social media scripted bait and switch shit has absolutely worked its magic on me. But now, 3 more months go by before a new update. Fans are hungry for it. And when we do finally see little Timmy again, Tony does what any good influencer would and raises the stakes once again.
So earlier this year, I lost my best friend, my grandpa. And for a while, I was in a dark place and didn't really know how to handle it. I even tried a man bun. It wasn't until I found this lost kid on the beach. And my life quickly started feeling meaningful again.
So now we're appealing to people's emotions around the sorrow of dealing with a lost family member and then intertwining that with this narrative of finding a lost kid on the beach and taking him on vacations all across the country. This one's really pulling at the heartstrings. Absolutely cranked on TikTok yet again.
I just like the wording makes it seem like it's just like really like shitty, like I don't know the way he worded it. But his grandfather probably died and he threw in the story. Like I guess it's a little shitty, but I just feel like it's all part of this. I'm like invested in this weird story now, you know?
Let's continue.
Although I know we haven't seen little Timmy in a while now. Mostly because his stepdad did this last time I was there.
Tony!
Oh, shit.
Is everyone okay?
You just hit me with a fucking bush latte. So after long consideration, I have decided to pursue adopting little Timmy.
Whoa, this is preposterous,
I'll keep you all updated.
Boom! Drops the bomb on us, all right? Apparently little Timmy's stepdad's drunk, throwing bush lattes at him while they're cruising around in the golf cart. What else could Tony do?
Yeah, honestly, like, I mean, that is really suspicious behavior. Who would ruin a perfectly good bush latte, guys? Whatever that is.
What other option does he have but try to illegally adopt Timmy, basically? Got to get Timmy out of that broken home that he's apparently being forced to live at. And I don't know, maybe the $1,000 bribes aren't working anymore. We got to get the legal system involved. Now, as any good human would do when they have a relationship with a child that they know is in an unsafe home environment, they turn to the TikTok comments to figure out what to do with them. Tony,
well, I think we know by now that this is all fake, right?
You take that little kid you found to the biggest Christmas store in the world. And he does just that.
Okay. So I stole little Timmy from his parents again, and away we went to the biggest Christmas store in the world. And it was a good month on OnlyFans, so I gave him 60 seconds to buy whatever he wanted.
Listen, one thing I've learned in my time on the internet is when you have a good month on OnlyFans, it's time to go on a shopping spree.
I'm coming to get you, Timmy.
Always the awkward, creepy dad element.
Come here, Timmy.
Oh, man. This store seems kind of lame, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I'd rather be let loose in a better store. I would probably, I don't even know, 60 seconds is not a lot of time for me. I'm fucking so big. Walmart? Like, I would have said, like, the video game store, but, like, I'm older now. I don't care about video games, you know? I don't know.
Come here, you little shit.
There's a fully grown man in a gingerbread outfit harassing kids. I just want you to know.
I didn't do anything. Tony, tell him I'm doing a video.
Oh, my God.
We ended up spending almost $2,000.
Wow. Little harmless fun in the biggest Christmas store in the world, spending that OnlyFans money. You love to see it, taking this kid out of his broken home, stealing him from his parents, and showing him a good time. The internet loves this shit. So a couple more weeks goes by, we're into the...
That is true, because people on the internet probably actually think that this is like the appropriate way to potentially deal with this situation. For the few people who actually believe it's real, they're like, oh my God, this is perfect. I think most people know that it's just like a goof, you know?
New year now, 2023, and we get another Timmy video.
Yes. The fucking Chinese buffet. That's where I want to be even for 60 seconds. True. You're fucking smart, dude. Let me loosen a fucking White Castle for 60 seconds. All right, that's what I want.
This time we raise the stakes once again by impersonating Timmy's dad. Let's take a peek.
So most of y'all know little Timmy, the kid I found on the beach who'd been missing for 2 weeks. I've been trying to adopt him, but it hasn't really been going well. So the other day I called his school pretending to be his daddy. Timmy a little early tomorrow.
Do you know what time we need to pick up at?
Noon.
Okay.
And it didn't go smoothly.
Who are you?
I'm his daddy. I'm Timmy's daddy. She ended up trying to call his parents. That's fine. Hop in, Timmy.
I have to see ID or something. What is that?
It's baby girl.
Timmy, I don't know about this.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Fake pranks are better than real pranks because real pranks usually involve harassing the fuck out of like unsuspecting people, okay? And it can get a little dicey a little quickly, you know? Sometimes people are fun about it, but sometimes people are just mean about it, dude.
I ended up showing her some of our TikToks together, and she let me take them. Get it?
Oh, you're a famous TikToker? Why didn't you just lead with that? Here you go, just take this kid. I don't need to see proof of ID that you're his real father or anything. I mean, come on. You got millions of followers on TikTok? Hell yeah, go have some fun. You want a duck? Hey, get this kid out of here. What's he doing in school? He's clearly living a better life.
I mean, frankly, if I was a school teacher or something, and you're like, I have a duck, I'd be like, okay, I'll take the duck as collateral, and you go out there, and God bless you. You know, I'll take the duck. And then if you come, I mean, here's worst case scenario. You kidnap the kid, but at least I have a duck. You know, you really can't go wrong with that idea. So,
life online with you, classic.
We'll see you tomorrow.
You ready?
Yeah. I hate school.
School.
Who doesn't? That
nice.
We spent the rest of the day on the slopes.
So him impersonating his dad and taking him out of school really had the comments chattering, right? But he keeps going. He goes.
The teacher's definitely not gonna have a job soon. How many likes are those videos? Those
impersonating his dad and taking him out of school really had the comments chattering.
Oh, you guys didn't show it. That's weird. Probably not that many people saying that. Oh, who's gonna get sued? These people are so dumb. To think that.
Right, but he keeps going. He goes even farther. Just a few weeks later.
So most of y'all know little Timmy, the kid I found on the beach who'd been missing for 2 weeks, and we've had quite a few adventures together. Most recently, I impersonated his father to pick him up early from school. Hey! I'm Timmy's daddy. And I guess his parents must have not liked this one.
We'll see you tomorrow.
School.
Hard to believe that
because while I was unboxing fan mail today on my live, I received this. This has Timmy's name on it. Does anyone know what this is? It's a restraining order. So right here it began to click, because the other day at Home Depot, some dude kept trying to hand me a fucking envelope, but we thought it was a joke. It's not good. Colin, you want to tell you?
So pretending to receive a restraining order while doing a TikTok live is next level. I mean, this is good writing.
It's smart. It's convincing. It's a little convincing. Okay, you got to give him a little bit of a break there.
Honestly, if someone was on the fence, they're like, these all seem pretty scripted. But now he's live and that he's received a legitimate restraining order. One question I do have is he clearly blurred this here in the actual re-upload of this to the TikTok, the Storytime one. But if he was streaming it live and showed the restraining order, I wonder if there's a screenshot somewhere and someone can see if it's like a real legal document or not, right?
Yeah, if he actually did stream it live, you never know. Like he could have just been like a fucking idiot about it, you know, like pretended to stream it live.
I have to imagine it's unrelated. It looks like he's actually covering something with his fingers, so who knows? Anyways, a decent bid to really continue to sell this outlandish, unbelievable story that's been going on for 6 months. But
Colin, you want to take a look at this? They're saying it's a restraining order. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. I feel like I took care of it with anything that's stupid as f***. It's called a lawyer. If y'all have any insight on how to get these removed, please let me know. Never a fucking dull moment.
Listen, if you ever get a restraining order, just ask your TikTok audience how to get it removed. That's definitely the way to go.
Yeah, the audience that thinks this is actually real are definitely the best place to go to. But you know what? He's probably just trying to get engagement in the comments, being like, "Oh, you know what you could do, Super Duck Guy? If you know, I heard that legally, all you have to do is make your OnlyFans free. It already is. I already checked, but yeah, that'll be their advice.
I'm sure they have some pretty deep, meaningful insight on what to do with that particular information. I'm just curious how little Timmy could have been missing for 2 weeks and still look like that and not be starving. That's a ridiculous question. Why would Tony lie about something so serious? I mean, we're going on 7 months now. This story has continued. There's no way he would carry it on this long if it was just a bit. There's a lot of detectives in the comments now starting to ask questions, right? But a lot of people that are genuinely concerned for little Timmy. Which is fucking insane. So that brings us up to now, just a few days ago, by the time I upload this video, our most recent update on the little Timmy situation.
So most of y'all know little Timmy, the lost boy I found on the beach, who had been missing for 2 weeks.
I want to go.
We became good friends, but his parents hit me with a restraining order. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. So I called his dad from Star 60.
What's interesting is that, like, I don't know if these people actually think that this is real. Like, I would start, because it's obviously fake, but if you thought it was real, I would start questioning this guy's motives. Like, you're gonna find some random kid on the beach and adopt him. Like, that just sounds a little creepy to me. It sounds like there might be something else going on there. If you know what I mean, if I was actually gonna think that way, which I don't, obviously, but I'm just saying.
And offered to pay a large portion of Timmy's college. $1,000 towards his college fund of choice.
Did you say $1,000?
If they would lift it. Now, I haven't received a direct yes or no answer from the parents yet, but they did say Timmy wants to talk to me, so we set up a FaceTime call. How you been doing?
Good.
I miss you, bud.
I miss you too.
How's school? Oh,
When can I visit you?
soon. I'm trying, buddy.
Try harder.
Damn. I think Gordy
This kid probably doesn't even know that the bit. He's probably just like his nephew or something.
wants to say hi.
Oh, I'm putting a booger on your face. So when I look at you now, you have a booger on it.
You have a bloody
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna shove a gummy worm in your
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, to Tony's credit,
Why?
he has crafted a master narrative to exploit a wide range of human emotion. The
Oh
idea of the
my
child's
God.
safety being in jeopardy, the feel-good moment of him finding him, helping Tony get over his dead grandfather. I mean, the way he's crafted this is a masterclass in emotional manipulation via short-form video. So that is the current lore
I just wouldn't call it emotional manipulation.
of Timmy the Lost Boy and Tony's battle for adoption and against restraining orders. After receiving some emails and messages personally and reading some online conversations taking place about this particular story, I've learned a few things. The first is that while many people have a brain developed enough to see the reality of what this is, there are large swaths of people that will believe absolutely anything, no matter how outrageous, and become emotionally invested in.
That's true, but they're probably like an nth of a percent. But this still adds up to a lot of people. If you have 3 million people watching, and you only have like a 10th of a percent of people. You know, it's still a lot. You know, I can't do math because I'm dumb. But
That thing. The second is that if we rule this out as being real, should there be a conversation around whether it's ethical to script this storyline that insinuates this neglected child was lost for 2 weeks and is now being forced to stay in an unsafe home environment while Tony occasionally bribes his parents to see him and take him on trips so he
well, I mean, if it's not real, who cares? But
can make these TikToks that do incredible numbers. I've become a bit apathetic with age, so while it's certainly not something I'd do personally, exploiting a kid to get a bunch of views seems relatively commonplace online these days.
well, I don't know if I would use the word fucking exploiting. I feel like that's so disproportionate. I think it's just a silly, stupid thing. Like, I'm gonna look up the definition of exploit. I just want to see if that even fits. I said no, it wouldn't. But make full use of and derive benefit from a resource. I mean, by that logic, sure. But it says use in an unfair or selfish way. I don't see any unfairness here. I mean, you could argue selfish because it's for money, kind of, but it's not like he's hurting the kid. It's not like it's like his fucking nephew or something, and he's just making TikToks, and then he's like crafting a narrative around it, like to be silly. But I don't think it's an exploitation. I don't think he's hurting the kid in some capacity. That's what that insinuates. But
I'd much rather this all be the fabrication that it is, with Timmy being a nephew or something and having a loving family, etc., than some reality where Timmy can't escape an abusive home life, which is unfortunately the reality for so many children in this cruel world. The other question raised is that if millions of young kids watch this and think it's cool and see how well it's doing online, what's stopping those with underdeveloped brains from snagging a kid off the beach to try and recreate Tony's success? I know that
he's about to probably say
that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's a huge reach. I don't know. I mean, by that logic, like, we shouldn't make any movies about any things just in case somebody picks up something bad from that thing. Like, that's massively unlikely. And then how much of the responsibility would the content creator have for that? Okay, if I say like I don't like fucking Italian people or something, and then somebody goes to shoot and kills an Italian person because I said that, do you think that I should be held liable for that? Like, obviously not, but the Italian did deserve it. Just kidding. I just feel like that's a little disproportionate. I don't know.
I know, but crazier things have happened as a result of the influence these apps have on people's minds and decisions, I assure you. So that's where we're at with the Tony and Timmy lore. I'm looking forward to the next update. I don't know what they're going to do next. Maybe they could heist a bank. Maybe they'll climb Everest together. All I know is that he's going to continue doing what it takes to keep those TikTok views rolling in, because this baby works right here. And for those of you that were sending me concerned messages, I can assure you with 99.9% certainty, because truly you really can't rule anything out anymore, that this is scripted. So don't lose any sleep tonight. Timmy wasn't truly lost for 2 weeks and is probably being taken care of. For the rest of you, thanks for watching. You know, I appreciate your time. Let me know what you think about the Timmy and Tony lore in the comments. And before you're done, stand up out of your chair, drive to the nearest beach, find a child that has no parents around and take it to a movie, and then return them home afterwards to make a feel-good story, and then hit thrust that motherfucking like button for me.
Absolutely, brother. Don't worry. I'm ahead of you on that one. I just haven't done the last part. I don't mean the like thing. I mean, I haven't returned the kid yet. Okay. Well,
I'll see you in the next video.
Interesting video.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.